Okay, I had to pause while editing this video because I decided to finally calculate exactly how much we would have earned from all of this lead weight stuff that we did. And the work that we did that you're about to see in this video would have earned us potentially $150 an hour. So keep watching to see how. Guys, times are getting tough out here, but with the rising price of gold, my buddy Aaron came to me with this crazy idea, okay? It's so simple. There's a vast amount of fishing lead out in the ocean. We're gonna go out and dive and pick up all this fishing lead that fishermen have lost, do a little bit of alchemy, change it into gold, and then boom, solid gold bricks. We're gonna make millions of dollars with this idea. I can't believe it didn't come to us sooner.
Let's do it.
So we're here today at this crazy spot that my buddy Aaron has been diving at for a long time. He knows that there's tons of lead here. We're gonna see how many pounds of lead we can go out and get in one dive. We're basically gonna go for like an hour and a half until one of us is too cold to keep going or too tired, whatever. It looks pretty easy. It's nice and calm out there. Should be a fun, easy adventure. And we're gonna get a ton of lead and then turn it into gold. And wait, how did you say that you do the alchemy part?
Yeah, we're just gonna melt it into Bitcoin.
So normally I just wear board shorts, but today we're going over super shallow reefs. So you can see we're wearing full wetsuits. It's so shallow, like I'm in like 6 inches of water right here and waves are crashing. So it's really dangerous. And honestly, we got blasted the entire day. I found this huge shell. I forget what those are called. And then we're gonna start to see some of the honey holes that I'm getting into, and it's honestly so much more than Aaron could have ever described to me that we would be finding. Like this one that just had 6 in it right there, and you can see the wave is pushing me back and forth. So I'm trying to fight this wave and hold myself still. And I got the bag in my other hand, so I can't exactly brace myself on the reef. And then Aaron was like, dude, come over here, you gotta check this spot out. And I can't tell like what he found that was special, but you know, I found this really cool cowrie shell, but I thought there might be something living in it, so I just left it. And then the weights are just nonstop. They're all over the place. The only thing stopping me from grabbing every single one of them is that it's like just deep enough that I do have to hold my breath to go down, so I can't stay at the surface. And then, oh, and I found this one with coral growing on it. And then anyways, like there's sea urchins all over the place and the waves are pushing me back and forth. So it's really challenging to actually stay in place. I'm like fighting and gripping the reef, and you can see I'm grabbing with both hands. I got the bag on the ocean floor so that I don't have to hold myself still while also holding the bag. And it's like you turn over a rock, like look at this one. Boom. Suddenly like 10 are under this rock. It's so crazy. And thinking about how long these must have been here.
Dude, you found the ultimate hole.
So that must have been what Aaron was telling me to come check out, and he was right. This is a super loaded hole. And it was crazy going from place to place. Like even when he calls me over and I come over to look at it, I'm finding 10 on the way to him. So it's like I can't stop finding them no matter where I look. I'm wondering, you know, who's out here fishing that must lose like 5 of these lures every single day, and it's just like, yep, well, that's what happens when you're fishing. And are the fish here that good? Like, is it worth it catching here if you lose your lure every time you cast out? I can't speak to that. Personally, I don't really fish from shore. Like I go fishing on boats a little bit here and there, but not very much from shore. So I honestly don't understand fishing weights at all, really. I mean, I get that you need them to cast out, but just the whole mechanics of shore fishing, I'm not familiar with it, but I sure am familiar with finding the weights out in the ocean. So here's just another crazy hole, and I think my bag was starting to get really full at this point. We may have skipped over me taking it in to switch it out. Yeah, so it's empty now. I had so many that when I saw that hole, I couldn't put any more. And so now I can finally start to reload. And you'd think like, oh, you won't be able to go find the hole when you go back out, but you start to get familiar with where things are when you go out here, and you know where the dry parts of the reef are and where the certain holes are. And I never forget a hole once I've been in it, you know. So right here, there's just a ton of them, and I had to put the bag down and just mentally prepare myself. They're all partially buried in sand, and then look at that. When I waft the sand away, you're just seeing like 20 all in one hole, all piled up.
I know, all's over there. the same hole too, doing the same thing. I'm like, bro, fucking so much lead.
Yeah, there's like too much.
You know how much lead is out
Yeah,
there.
it's amazing.
There's more lead than fish.
Yeah. And what I'm really surprised by is I don't find a lot of hooks. Like compared to how many weights there are, I guess since they're here so long.
No, usually the lead line is the first to break.
Right, okay.
Well, I mean, some guys tie it like that because they want to get back their hook. Or
Right.
What's crazy, this gets all washed in, and it's just like, dude,
Yeah.
some of them are like ancient. They're like
Yeah.
coral already.
Yeah. Yeah, I found one that was like the nice kind of coral, like really pretty and stuff, and I was like, frick, I can't take that, like
Yeah.
literal coral colony growing on it.
So I made this pile. Don't think that I just found them all like that, but what you're gonna see next is crazy because there are literally piles like that, and it's just insane that there's so many all just out here in random holes.
Aaron, come here.
A honey hole too. You're in a honey hole.
I gotta show you my nuts.
Bruh.
What do you mean?
I gotta show you my nuts. Come here. I bet you've never seen a set of 3 nuts before, huh?
I've seen people use bolts before for fishing weights, and of course you find spark plugs all the time, but I never saw nuts before, so that was a first for me. And then here, that's what I'm talking about. Look at this pile. That was all just naturally there, and they're all like really worn down, so it must be a spot where the waves are just pushing them, and they happen to all collect right here. And you see it's not just what was at the surface, it's like down in this rubble also. It's crazy to me, and these are probably all like 50 years old. They've just been rubbing around down here. And it's not like this is Aaron's first time here. He called me and he was like, dude, I know this spot, we gotta go here. I go here all the time. So this is like, he's been hitting it over and over and over, and still it's loaded. Like I can't believe how loaded this spot is. I think the biggest factor of why it's so loaded here is that the other places that I used to find fishing weights are like popular dive spots, and I would find them like here and there while I was diving because people also happen to fish there. But at this spot, it's like not a good dive spot. Like the water is ugly, it's shallow, it's like there's always waves here, and so no one's gonna go dive here. Like nobody should ever want to dive here. I think the way that places that I used to find them, like other people pick up trash now basically. Before, nobody would pick up trash. Like maybe people would pick it up here and there, but now there's like people that actually go out on purpose just to pick up trash the way that I do in my videos, which is awesome. Like I'm so happy that I've inspired so many people. But on the flip side, I can't make videos about picking up trash anymore because I go diving, there's no trash there. So today we really wanted to like go specifically to a spot that just had trash and go just clean up as much as we could, which was really, really fun. You can see I found a handful of just spark plugs, and it's interesting the way that things pile up in certain spots. Like it's like certain holes match the density of certain trash, and so that's why it gets stuck in that one spot. Is there a scientific application to this knowledge? Probably not, but I did find a lot of spark plugs in a hole.
Whoa. Add to the stash.
Okay guys, we've already done a couple buckets here, and or not a couple buckets, but a couple bags.
Uncle needs help with the eel.
No. Lead. Yeah, we found like so much lead.
Are you selling them?
Gonna make them. Make new lead. Yeah, we're gonna melt it and then. Yeah. What?
Couple more then, and then call it.
Yeah, let's do a couple more rounds. Let's fill up this bucket and then we'll be good. Okay. Yeah. Sounds good. Yeah, you. All right, guys, we loaded up 2 buckets. We already had to take one back because, yeah, we were worried about that happening. Luckily on the first one, it didn't fall over. I'm gonna have to go help him, so I gotta stop filming, but. Like I was saying, we got a bunch of lead. We had to do 2 trips, and then now we're going back with our final bucket. Jeez, bro. There's no reason to rush. And then,
rush.
yeah, gold rush, true. We do need to rush before other people catch on and start taking all of our doubloons. But yeah, so we're gonna go weigh this. Aaron thinks that it's 400 pounds. I think that it's only 100. So we're gonna see exactly how much it ends up being. Let's get
two.
Two? You think two? Okay, okay. He's changed his original bid.
Well, 200 was the goal.
Yeah.
I think we did it.
Yeah, all right, let's see what we got. Okay guys, Aaron is a genius and he brought a scale so we can find out exactly how much we got. So let's start with the first bucket that we already took. I don't think I'll be able to do this one-handed. First bucket going on. Oh my God, the first bucket that we did was like 110, 112, something like that. That's crazy.
You could probably just throw it right in there.
That's what I was thinking. Oh, I gotta get my fingers out. Here, you wanna help? Perfect. Yo, oh my God.
Did it.
So 212 already. Now hold on, we got more. Okay, the final weigh in, 233 pounds. Oh, dang, that's crazy. Dude, we did that in like an hour and a half, 2 hours. That was nuts. Yeah, so that was a crazy haul. I honestly thought, I mean, before when we talked about this, he hit me up and he was like, dude, I bet we could get like 200, 300 pounds. And then as we were doing it, I was like, frick, we only got like 100 and I'm already tired of doing this. Like, I want to be done. I want to go do something else.
Yeah,
it was brutal out there.
exhausting.
The waves were a lot more intense than we expected. And yeah, we were just getting sloshed around all crazy, smashed into the rocks. I tried to show it, but it's hard because when you're getting smashed, it's all bubbles. And so you can't really see it. But yeah, it was wild out there. It was fun. And like, thanks so much for hitting me up for this adventure. And so what we're going to do now, guys, is Aaron is he has a full setup for smelting. I'm sure you guys have seen smelting videos on YouTube. I've never got to do it myself, like at this scale. So I'm so stoked. We're gonna go back to his workshop and we're gonna smelt these down and then we're gonna make new lead weights for fishing. Are we gonna make other things?
Nope, and just put it right back into the ocean.
So what other kind of molds do you have?
Nah, it's just all bank sinkers just for fishing
Okay,
lead.
okay, so just fishing lead. So we're gonna go and make more fishing lead and then are we selling them? Do you use them?
Lifetime supply, never need to buy lead again.
Nice, sick. So he's gonna just stockpile them and I'm gonna figure out a way to turn some of this into gold or Bitcoin or something, and then that way I can get my cut out of it. Because I did a lot of the work out there.
Nope.
Okay, let's go. So it's been a while, but we're finally here in Aaron's workshop. He has his custom made crucible and we have some junk in there that we're gonna get started. He said that it takes about 20 minutes for the thing to heat up. So we're gonna get it going. You guys will see the time lapse and then we'll come back and explain everything that's going on. Okay, so we're in the middle of melting this down, but while it's melting, I noticed this badass fish print that they got up here. And they told me that both of these fish were caught on this boat. And they didn't tell me this part. The freaking artist, Ryan, is right here just hanging out. He's like acting like, oh yeah, we caught that fish. And then didn't tell me that he freaking did it. So these are so sick. So if you're in the market for prints or if you caught a fish that you want printed, you got to hit my boy Ryan up. You'll see the link down in the description. So go check it out. Go find him. Dude, these are insane. I wish I knew you when I caught my big ol' Milu. This would have been epic. So now he's removing the junk from the top, basically. Dross. He's removing the Luther Van Dross from the top. And then that's gonna make it so we have a more clean, pure lead underneath. So even though it looks like lead up top, it's like a bunch of the scrap junk that like won't melt down. Basically, it could be either different metal or some coral type. Wow, look at that laminar flow. Oh my goodness, can you do that one more time? Oh shit. Aaron is gearing up with his respirator and his other protective clothing.
PPE, let's go.
Eyewear. Arms completely exposed, should be fine, no big deal. And so now we're gonna pour the molten lead into the mold. So what we're seeing right here is that the mold isn't ready yet to receive the lead, and so he is filling it, and then the mold isn't hot enough. It's not like a balanced temperature, even though he was leaving it on the fire trying to heat it up. And so what he needs to do is run it through a couple times, and then now we'll finally start to get some really, really nice lead weights coming out. What's really interesting too is they look kind of gooey coming out, and I don't want to, I mean, I want to touch them, but I know that if I do touch them, they're still molten lead. And so it's kind of crazy to see like this metal thing that looks gooey, but it's because it's so crazy hot, like 700, 800 degrees, whatever it is. Yeah. Steaming hot metal. Oh no, it broke. Oh no, 2 of them broke, dang. Okay, so the lead before was too hot, and when he was trying to pour it, it would go in and then not solidify enough so that when he cracked the mold open, it would break. And that's why we have these ones that are broken here, is because, and it's like you can't wait long enough for it to cool inside of the mold because it's just a big chunk of metal that's 1,000 degrees or so. And so now he's gonna try to open it up, and then hopefully all these ones remain solid. Yeah, perfect. And you can kind of tell the color of them, that they didn't get too hot, whereas these ones, they have like kind of a different color or texture, and that's why, I mean, it's not why, but it's a product of them getting too hot, so the metal isn't the right temperature, whereas these shiny ones are just perfect, and that's why they stay in form. So Aaron, I have a question for you. There's this extra chunk hanging off of each one from the mold. How do you get rid of that? Do that about 100 more times now.
Yeah, let's go.
I didn't do the math while I was there because I could tell Aaron was kind of tired of doing the lead stuff when we were hanging out. And obviously we did not melt down everything that we brought in. I am assuming that it would take one person about 10 hours to process all of the 250 pounds of lead that we picked up off of the reef. So going off of that, if we take 250 pounds, 80% yield, that brings us down to 200 pounds of good clean lead. And then if it took us each 2 hours out in the water plus 10 hours to smelt it all down, we have 14 hours of work. I looked at how much lead weights are selling for, and I'm gonna go on the high end. Okay, this is YouTube, we need the clickbait here. So I found this one that retails for $3.29. Now, 3 seconds later, I found one on Amazon. There was 10 of them for $29. Obviously, when I was asking Aaron about this, he was like, dude, if you try to sell it to a fishing shop, they're gonna give you like 20 cents each. So I just keep them to save money. But if somehow we could sell all of the fishing weights for the top price without having to spend any time to actually find buyers for these things, we could make up to $150 an hour. Here's the math real quick in case you care. And it's just crazy to me that we didn't spend that much time doing this activity. We were having fun, and it could actually be really lucrative if somehow we could sell 640 lead weights. Okay, back to the video. It was super fun working with Aaron on this project. I think he's tired of being on camera, having to talk to the camera, so I'll let him go. But we made a ton of lead out of what we caught. So we got like 250 pounds of lead. Aaron, do you know what your yield is from X amount?
Same amount, let's go.
So he has a perfect 100% yield of the weight, apparently, even though there's random debris. Yeah, probably 80% is more accurate, which is still really cool to take, 250 pounds out, get 80% from that. That's like 200 pounds that we yield. So that's really, really good. It's super impressive to get all that. So it was a really fun project. And again, if you guys want to check out Ryan's prints, go down to the links below. You can see either to buy prints or to have your fish printed. It's a really, really cool thing. I caught a 100-pound tuna one time. We had it printed right away. Super memorable experience, like painting it, putting it down, and yeah, so just, and his is way better than the one that we made. Ours was so hacky, so you really want a pro to do it so that it looks perfect and so realistic like the fish did. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. That's all the lead we melted. Bye.